So good morning students. Today we are going to discuss the topic isomerism. So just I will introduce the isomerism. What do you mean by the isomerism? Before discuss the isomerism, let's we know about what are isomers. Isomers are defined as two or more compounds having same molecular formula but different physical and chemical properties are called isomers. Seems to be both are having the same molecular formula but differ in their physical and chemical properties are called isomers. The phenomenon of existence of two or more compounds possessing the same molecular formula but different properties is called isomerism. This isomerism broadly classified into two types. One is structural isomerism, second one is stereoisomerism. So in our syllabus at this moment we only discuss structural isomerism. In coming chapters of your next year they might be discussed the stereoisomerism somewhat in detail. Okay. So this isomerism is classified into two types: structural isomerism, stereoisomerism. The structural isomerism is further classified into chain isomerism, positional isomerism, functional group isomerism, metamerism. Stereoisomerism is classified into two types: geometrical isomerism, optical isomerism. First, let me discuss about structural isomerism. What do you mean by structural isomers and structural isomerism? So simply, the compounds which are having the same molecular formula but different structure. What do you mean by the different structure? Different arrangement of atoms or group of atoms within the molecule are called structural isomers, and this phenomena is called structural isomerism. And that means structural isomers are having same molecular formula but different in the arrangement of atoms or group of atoms within the molecule are called structural isomers, and this phenomena is called as structural isomerism. So these are further classified into four types. In that one, the very first one is chain isomerism. What is chain isomerism? This is also called skeletal isomerism. Chain isomerism means the compounds having the same molecular formula but different arrangement of carbon chain within the molecule are called chain isomers. Different arrangement of carbon chain within the molecule, that is very important. That is we need to be identified. How do you identify? For example, let us take here the molecular formula C4H10 is given. So when we see there are two possible isomers with this molecular formula, one is N-butane, 2-methyl-propane. Both are having the same molecular formula. Here 4 carbon atoms, here also 4 carbon atoms. Here 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2 plus 3, totally 10. Here also 10 hydrogens. Same molecular formula but differ in the carbon chain. Because here the chain is very straight, but here chain is only 3 carbon atoms, 1 branch is present. There is some change in the carbon chain. So how do you identify very fastly whether the given two compounds are having the chain isomers or not? Very simple. First let me check whether both are having the same molecular formula or not. Okay. Suppose if the first condition is satisfied, immediately you have to be write the exact IUPAC name of that given compound. In that IUPAC name of a compound, if the root word is different, then definitely those two are said to be chain isomers. Here the root word is but, here the root word is probe. So here but and probe, the root word is different. Both are having the same molecular formula, so that these are called chain isomers. Then comes to the another one is C5H12. So these three are having the same molecular formula but their carbon skeleton is different. Here all are in straight chain, here one branch is there, here okay, two branches are there. So here the root word is pent, here the root word is bute, here the root word is probe. But all the three are having the same molecular formula, difference in the carbon skeleton. Such type of the isomerism is called skeletal or chain isomerism. You can see that another example. So butane 1 mole, 2-methyl propan 1 mole. So both are having the same molecular formula, but the differ in the carbon skeleton. Here all the carbon atoms are straight. Here the 3 carbon atoms are there, one is a branch is there. But here the root word is bute, here root word is probe. Both are having the same molecular formula, but differ in the carbon chain. That's why the butane 1 mole and 2-methyl propan 1 mole are said to be chain isomers. So let us take an alkene molecule which is having the double bond. So here CH3 CH2 CH double bond CH2, CH3 CH double bond CH2. Here the position of the double bond is 1, here also the position of the double bond is 1. But here root word is changed, bute, here the root word is probe. So that's why these two are said to be chain isomers. So this is about the first structural isomerism classification, that is chain isomers. Then go to the positional isomerism. Positional isomerism means the compounds which have the same molecular formula but differ in the position of the functional group or carbon-carbon multiple bond or substituent group are called positional isomers, and the phenomena is called as positional isomerism. The main difference from the chain isomerism to positional isomerism, in chain isomerism the root word is changes, but the position of the functional group or the position of the substituent or the position of the double bond or triple bond will be remained same. But whereas in the positional isomerism, so the root word is same, but the position of the functional group or substituent or multiple bond is different. For example, let us see this. These two are having the same molecular formula C3H7OH. In both the cases, the root word is the same, probe. But the position of the functional group, that is OH, here in the first carbon, here in the second carbon. The position of the substituent, the position of the functional group is different. That's why, so these two are said to be positional isomers. Then go for the next example. When you are seeing these two are having the same molecular formula C4H8. Okay, so both the root word is same. Here bute, here also bute. But here the position of the double bond is at first carbon, here the position of the double bond is at second carbon atom is there. So that means here position of the double bond is changes. So without changing the root word. That's why these two are said to be which one? Positional isomers. So let us see the another example. C4H6. Here also these both are having the same molecular formula C4H6. But the position of the triple bond here second position, here first position. But the root word is the same. So that's why these two are said to be which one? Positional isomers. So here the another molecule CH2CH2ClCl, here CH3CHClCl. So here the two chlorine atoms are present on adjacent carbon atoms, but here chlorine atom is present on the same carbon atom. So the position of the substituents are different, but both are having the same molecular formula. That's why these two are said to be positional isomers. So just now we discussed even in the nomenclature of the aromatic compound. So whenever the two hydrogen atoms are replaced by the two atoms or group of atoms, we are getting the disubstituted derivative, that is in 3 forms. What are that? Ortho, meta, para. Ortho means 1,2, meta means 1,3, para means 1,4. These three are having the same molecular formula C6H4Cl2. Okay, but what is the difference? The position of the substituents are different. Here 1,2, here 1,3, here 1,4. The position of the one of the substituent is different. That's why, so these three are ortho, meta and para are said to be simply the positional isomers of this one. So like that, so we are differentiating the chain isomers from the positional isomers. It is very simple. To identify the chain isomers, the root word is different, but the position of the functional group or substituent or multiple bond will be remained same. But to identify the positional isomers, the root word is same, but the position of the functional group or substituent or multiple bond is different. So to identify chain isomers or positional isomers very fastly, so this is the logic we have to be used. But to use this logic, definitely we have a command on the IUPAC name of the given compound. When we are in a position to write the IUPAC name of a given compounds, then it is possible to identify whether the given two compounds are chain isomers or positional isomers. The third one is functional group isomers. Functional groups isomer means the compounds are having the same molecular formula but differ in the functional group. That isomers are called functional group isomers. Let us see here C2H6O. So with this molecular formula we can also write alcohol as well as ethers. Both are having the same molecular formula, but in the first case alcohol functional group is present, then ethers are present. That's why alcohols and ethers are always said to be which one? Functional group isomers. The next one is another example with the molecular formula C3H6O. In one compound we may introduce aldehyde functional group, in another one we are introducing ketone. That's why aldehydes and ketones are said to be functional group isomers. Carboxylic acids and esters CH3COOH, HC double bond O, OCH3. Both are having the same molecular formula here C2H4O2, but so their functional group is different. That's why carboxylic acids and esters are said to be functional group isomers. They may ask the question like this: what is the functional isomer of alcohol? Then simply what is that? Functional isomer of alcohol is ether. What is the functional isomer of ketone? What is that? Aldehyde. What is the functional isomer of carboxylic acid? What is that? Esters. So like that they may can ask the question. So then the fourth one is metamerism. So what is metamerism? Metamerism means the compounds having the same molecular formula but different number of carbon atoms or alkyl groups on either side of the functional group are called metamers, and this phenomena is called metamerism. Simply, a given compound with a molecular formula we may write in another way also. For example, C5H10O. With the same functional group I write in. Here ketone is present, here also ketone is present. But on either side of the ketone, here two carbon atoms, but here 1, here 3 carbon atoms are present. That's why these two are said to be which one? Metamers. C4H10O. So here, see, ether functional group, I can write the compounds. So on either side of the oxy, this ether functional group, here 1 carbon atom, here 3 carbon atoms are present. But the same one here 2 and 2 are present. And comes to the next one, C4H11N. CH3CH2NH, CH2CH3 here. NH is a functional group, amine functional group. On either side 2 carbon atoms are present in the one molecule. In the second molecule, on the left hand side 1, in the right hand side 3 carbon atoms are present. But both are having the same molecular formula C4H11N. So such type of isomers are called metamers. That means the compounds are having the same molecular formula but a different number of carbon atoms or alkyl groups on either side of the functional group are called metamers. And the stereoisomerism. Just I will define the stereoisomerism. The stereoisomers are also having the same molecular formula but differ in the relative position of their atoms or group of atoms in space are called stereoisomers. Both are having the same molecular formula but differ in the simply the position of the atoms or group of atoms relatively different. So just for your understanding, I would like to give one example, that is a molecule is a C double bond C. Here carbon atom is attached to A and B. Here also carbon is attached to A and B. with the same molecular formula C double bond C, here this is attached to A and B, it is also attached to A and B, but relatively the position of the atoms are different. But both are having the same molecular formula C2, A2, B2. Now, here both the A are on the same side, but here in the opposite side. The relative position of atoms or group of atoms around the particular atom in space is different, then that isomers are called stereoisomers. So these are further classified into optical isomers and geometrical isomers. Optical isomers are classified into diastereomers or enantiomers. Geometrical isomers are classified into cis isomers or trans isomers. All these you are learning in your higher classes or maybe in some of the organic chemistry chapters in the coming PUC 2. But here we need to be remember, what do you mean by stereoisomers? Stereoisomers are means the compounds which are having the same molecular formula, okay, and same number of bonds, but only where it is differ in the relative position of their atoms or group of atoms in space is different. That type of isomers are called stereoisomers. So this is about the isomerism and types of isomers. Here we need to be practice more number of the questions on these isomers, then only it is possible to write by giving the molecular formula how many number of isomers are possible. So that's why you can practice more number of questions on the isomerism, so you can easily answer the questions very fastly. Without the practice it is not possible to answer the questions related to the isomerism topic.